So guys, second video in 2 days. We've got 2 videos, one after the other, one on Thursday, one today on a Friday. If you're watching this, happy Friday. Guys, I needed to put this video out because I thought I'd get my pillow again. Maybe we might do more videos like this because it seems a bit more casual, but I have to talk to you guys about this because it's a question that I've been getting a lot. I needed to put a video out about it. Now, you might have read the title. Maybe Amazon Australia isn't such a good idea. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about that. I'm not stopping Amazon Australia. It's got nothing to do with that. But I put the video, the title, I named the title that because that's a mentality of a lot of people, and I've been getting a lot of questions about from followers, from people in the course, from people looking at enrolling in the course, and they've just got, and it comes from fear, and I can understand why, but they've got this same question of, Jack, is Amazon Australia even worth it? And I did a video on this months ago about, is it worth selling on Amazon Australia? And I'm going to have the same answer now, but I wanted to address this topic in particular because I've got a lot of people coming out at me saying, Jack, is Amazon Australia worth it? And it comes from two things. In my mind, it comes from two things, because I've been told from some people that it's come from other groups that they've listened to, other people that have tried selling on Amazon, and maybe even friends and family comes from them as well. So 2, maybe three different sources this is coming from, and they don't know what to do. And I've just come to clear up everything, in your mind about it if you're watching this, because the main objection that I get when it comes to Amazon Australia is, I don't think it's worth my time selling on Amazon. I don't think it's worth my time. I don't think it's worth the effort that I'm going to be putting in. If I'm not going to be getting the results from Amazon Australia. And to address this and to really make it real for you guys, I need to delve a bit into Amazon as a company and the whole purpose of this YouTube channel, the whole purpose of Amazon Seller Excellence, and what it's all driving towards. So really, the main worry for people, and it's because they've been told by people that by other people who necessarily haven't even had any success selling on Amazon themselves. They haven't even tried. They pretty much just look at the market and go, this is absolutely shit. There's no reason, and it's because they're comparing it to the US market. So I'm going to delve a bit into Amazon US and how you can relate this to Amazon Australia, and why it's such a huge. This is why I call it such a huge opportunity, and why Amazon Australia is so huge. And people don't see it because they want immediate results. They just want to see it there, and they are just not looking towards the future. They're just looking at the now, and it really clouds their vision. So I'm going to get right into this now. Amazon Australia has been, I'm going to put this into two straight points. So one, Amazon Australia has only been around for a year and a half now. It's only been up for a year and a half. People can put their products out there on the Aussie market. It's only been a year and a half. Amazon US was in the exact same state that Amazon Australia was when they launched it, but Amazon US has been around for at least 8 to 10 years, and look how long it's taken to get to this point where people started FBA back when it launched. Well, that's 8 to 10 years ago. People started getting their products into Amazon as soon as there would have been people on it as soon as they launched it, as soon as they offered that FBA. There would have been people on it back then, years and years ago. And if they're still on it now, if they were growing their brands back then, they're the ones now that are making 20, 50, 100,000, even 700,000, maybe even $1 million, revenue in sales per month. And it's because they grew it from the beginning, from the get-go. And the second point that I'm going to just really drill into your head here, if you're having doubts, is, guys, if you guys don't know who Jeff Bezos is, look him up. He's the CEO. He's the founder of Amazon. He is not an idiot. When it comes to this stuff, there's a reason why their shares in the stock market are going up constantly. The reason why they're beating all their competition, because he knows consumer behavior and he knows how their customers work. He foresaw the online shopping experience way back in the early 90s. There's an interview of it, you can watch it on YouTube. He foresaw it back then, and he was right. And not only that, Amazon Australia, when he launched in the Aussie market, it was his biggest growing. You can look up these statistics as well. It was their most successful launch, and it is their most rapidly growing market that they've ever launched in. This beats the US, this beats UK, this beats Japan. You know, anywhere, this beats the European. Anywhere they've launched before, Australia has been their best, most successful launch to date, which is huge. And what a lot of you guys don't understand, what a lot of people who message me, what you guys need to understand is that you're not looking at the opportunity that has come for you guys, especially if you're an Aussie. You know how much easier it is for Australians to get into the market than most people, unless you've got experience. If you're a complete beginner, you're already going to understand Aussies in general. You're already going to understand more than what someone in America starting out will about what Aussies buy, about, you know, basically what they need. You're going to have a bit of a better understanding. And not only that, you've got all this opportunity for, you know, let's just put into perspective. People are looking at, I'm going to launch my product in the US, and, you know, I'm just going to aim to make 5,000 to 10,000, you know, per month in my first couple of months. Majority of the time that does not happen. Majority of the time when you launch in the US, you are inundated. By the time you look at a product, and by the time you talk to manufacturers, and by the time you get it in, say 30 days later, by the time you get everything sorted, there's already 10 to 20 new sellers in that niche that have already gotten onto it. And one, most of the time they've already got more money to work with, and two, they've got you know, better opportunity to launch. They've got more money to spend, so really they're able to get more reviews. They're able to get their product to the first page. They're able to spend hundreds and thousands a day on advertisement, and it makes it so hard for new sellers. And you look at the Aussie market, these top niches, these top sellers, they've only got, instead of having hundreds of thousands of reviews, they've only got, you know, 1 to 10 reviews, maybe 20, maybe 30 reviews on a lot of places. I think the most that I've seen on the Aussie market is maybe around 50 reviews, which, you know, people might look at that and go, this is terrible. But in reality, you've got to look at it and go, this is absolutely amazing. I can go and find a product. I don't have to put all this money into advertising, because at the moment there's no PPC, but you can do things like Facebook, you can do Instagram, you can do Google AdWords, and you don't even have to spend as much to get on the first page. And people are thinking of it as, look, it's not worth my time. Well, put this into perspective. Is it worth your time to put the money into a product, to grow your brand? And you can already start making money, by the way, if you haven't seen, you know, some of my students are already making money in the Aussie market, especially Albas. I always push Albas because he is a prime example of how to play the Aussie market properly. Grow your brand, it's what I keep saying, grow your brand. But yeah, you just got to look at it in that perspective of, you know, is it worth your time to put out a product into the market, to grow your brand, to be fully established? You can potentially dominate an entire niche, an entire category, if you will, with your brand. And then by the time the market starts to mature, you're already there. You don't have to chase up all these reviews. You don't have to chase up all this social proof. You're already going to be there. You're going to be the first product that people see, and they're not going to hesitate to buy. You've already got the social proof there. You already set yourself up. You're already going to be making money. And, you know, I can just tell you guys now that the Aussie market is just rapidly. I can tell you now that in a couple of years, or in a few years' time, you know, maybe even a year or two, I'm gonna, you know, you'll be able to watch back this video. I'll be able to watch back this video, and you'll be able to see the market growth in Australia, and you'll be able to say, look, you know, it was true. The market's growing. It's growing rapidly, and you will start to see as well, because I'm pretty much one of the first real advocates for Amazon Australia, pushing this Amazon Australia. You'll see, and I can guarantee you guys, you will see new people who, once the numbers start to become more apparent for Amazon Australia, you'll see all these new new people and new sellers, coming out, all these new teachers coming out, promoting Amazon Australia, all of a sudden out of nowhere, because, they're looking at, and by that time, guys, it's just going to be even harder to get your product out there, because it's going to start becoming like Amazon US, and it's going to be, and you're going to have to start looking at, product launch strategies, and, spending a bit more money when you launch a product, maybe do giveaways if it still works like that then, but you're going to start seeing, I can guarantee you're going to start seeing more people promote Amazon Australia when the numbers become more apparent. And a big thing about this is when Amazon PPC in Australia launches, that's going to open up a whole new avenue. The floodgates are basically going to start to open, and a lot more people are going to jump on board. But guys, in saying that, I already know there's a couple of people from my course who started making sales. One of them are making a lot of sales, which you already know. There's another person as well, which isn't in my course. He started looking at Amazon Australia at the same time I did. He's one of the top sellers in the beauty category for his niche, and he's selling something like 10 to 20,000 per month already on his beauty product. And it was just a standard product, it wasn't anything special, but he made his own spin on it. He made a website, he started doing blogs, he started establishing his brand, he started getting social proof on Facebook. Guys, it's the way to do it. And if you can make that amount of money on Amazon Australia already, imagine what you're going to be able to do in a year or two. And you guys aren't looking at it in that sense. You're looking at, how, and when I say you guys, I mean, not the majority of you. I mean that there's still people out there who are just fearful of getting into Amazon Australia. And I can understand that, but you have to push aside that fear. That's what I did when I first started. I wasn't scared to lose money. I was ready to learn. And if I had someone here that, like what I'm doing now, if I had someone here to reassure me and to show me that it can be done, especially for a new market, because when I first started, just so you guys know, there was no Aussie market. I only had the US. I just needed someone there to reassure me. But really, you just have to let go of that fear, and you just have to get in and just do it. That's why, and the course that I offer in Amazon Seller Excellence, it's so grossly underpriced for what it is and for what it teaches, and I'm only putting it at this price now so I can get more people in and get as many people onto this opportunity as I can. Now when it gets to the point where it starts growing a lot, the Aussie market starts growing a lot, the demand's going to become higher, I'm going to up the price, guys, because it's not going to stay that low price forever. And it's just the way that the market's going to work. So we're getting sidetracked here, but apart from that, that's really, it's how you have to look at the Aussie market, guys. And to really just finalize my point, no, Amazon Australia is not a bad idea. It's actually one of the best ideas that you can ever go for. You can't look at things long term. You have to look at it in the perspective of, look, I need to get in there, I need to establish myself, I need to grow my brand. So that doesn't just mean put up a product and hope it sells. That means look for a niche, find your target audience, make a Facebook page, make an Instagram page, do Google AdWords, learn Google AdWords if you have to. It's something I'm going to be delving into with the course. It's most likely going to be in the update for the course as well. Look into advertisement, look into Facebook advertisement, build a website, start writing blogs for it, make a presence, and it's really the way that you're going to win in the market. It's the same thing goes for Amazon US if you're looking to sell in the US, but it's just a lot harder to break into these days because it's becoming so filled with so many sellers. Can you still make money on Amazon US? Of course you can. You can still make money on Amazon US, but for beginners and for Aussies in general, it's such a huge opportunity. You guys just need to just understand, what it is and how to attain it. So that's why I'm trying to myself, sell on the Aussie marketplace, because I want to show you guys that it can be done. That will come in the future, and you'll see more student success in the future. I can guarantee you'll see more success coming from my students in the future. It's the people now that are gaining that traction. It's people now that are understanding the market that will win in the future. So apart from that, guys, I'm going to stop rambling about that. I just needed to get this video out there for you guys today. Hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys didn't know, I've got a $3.99 sale on the course, because I like doing these flash sales for you, because, I know some people can be strapped for cash sometimes, but like I said, the price of the course is going to go up, but I'm going to get as many people as I can in the early days. so they can establish themselves. And I can guarantee you guys, you students in there that are studying it now, that are establishing yourselves, you're going to win. So apart from that, guys, that is my ramble done for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Join the Facebook group and enroll if you haven't already. Hopefully you're having a good one, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.